If you're not happy, here's why. So keep watching as I share with you something that changed my life forever in a way that I get to feel happy every single day. I could have just recommended a book to you all about this, but I felt inspired and passionate enough to make this video. So let's get started. Long time ago, I was reading one of Tony Robbins' books called Awaken the Giant Within. And in that book, one of the chapters is called If You're Not Happy, Here's Why. To sum it up, Tony explains how as long as we structure our lives in a way where our happiness is dependent on something we cannot control, we will experience pain. That means that we don't need to have a reason to feel happy. We shouldn't want everything to be perfect in order to feel happy, because otherwise we will rarely get to feel satisfied, as things might not always be the way we want them to, or they simply might take time to be so, right? To be perfection in our model of the world, we call it. You see, the happiest people are those who feel happy for absolutely no specific reason. They are just content with what is. Now, this is important. Having said this, it doesn't mean that we won't work as hard enough to achieve the goals that we want because we're satisfied already or want to settle for less. But it's rather about the way we approach life. It's an attitude. This small yet so powerful shift in my perspective truly changed my life forever. I'll tell you a little bit about my story so you can relate better. Growing up, I personally always struggled with this. In the name of being a perfectionist, so many things had to happen, so many things had to be right in order for me to feel good and happy and satisfied. Even though, listen to this, I had a million reasons to be thankful and grateful for. But I was miserable instead. But as I studied this human psyche and behavior more, I found out that really nothing has to happen in order for me to feel good. And to my perfectionist mind, that was quite strange to hear at the beginning. But with that attitude, I couldn't deny the fact that feeling happy becomes a lot easier at any given time, even when things don't go as I expect them to. It's about deciding that I'm going to feel good regardless of the situation. It's about deciding that I will find something to enjoy and be joyful about, no matter what. Having applied this, I no longer think about what all is missing and not right in my life that were previously putting me down. But instead, I'm focusing on all the achievements, all that I'm going towards, all that I have. I feel joyful and content even when I'm doing the smallest and simplest of things, like cooking a healthy dish or creating new content. Or even when I'm not doing anything in particular, or even when things are not going as I expect them to. I know some of you might be asking, but aren't you just lowering your standards and settling for less? Quite the contrary. This has been one of the biggest gifts I have given myself. To apply this, it means you're raising your standards. It means you're creative, intelligent, and flexible enough to be able to be joyful regardless of what happens. Now, I feel free and empowered thinking I don't necessarily have to have everything achieved in order to be able to feel happy. There's great beauty and value in learning in the process itself that I'm no longer missing out on or complaining about. Basically, the difference is that now, as well as working full on towards all my goals, I enjoy the present moment too. I enjoy what is, who I have around, how I am. Now, what's funny is that unlike the past, I feel like my life is perfect without focusing on it or stressing about it. To finish, I want to give you a simple but very valuable exercise. I want you to take a pen and paper and write all the things that must happen in order for you to be happy. Start by writing, in order for me to experience happiness, I might... ... Once you're done with that, I then want you to write all the things that can happen for you to feel sad or annoyed. In order for me to experience sadness or be annoyed, ... Go ahead, pause this video and do the exercise. Once you are done, I want you to look closely at your list. Now I can guess that your first list has many ands, meaning this and this and this and this has to happen in order for me to feel happy. And your second list will have many ors, meaning in order for me to feel sad, this or this or this could happen. This is where the problem is. This is where you unknowingly sabotage your own happiness. So much has to happen for you to feel happy. A long list of all the things that you've got written down. However, so little could happen in order for you to feel sad or annoyed. So, what can we do about this? It's so easy. Swap your ands in your first list with the ors in your second list. So then you have a very short list of what can make you happy, this or this or this. And on your other list also it becomes more difficult to feel sad at the same time. This exercise had to do with your rules and belief systems, meaning what all has to happen in your model of the world for you to feel sad or happy. In a future video, I will explain to you the importance of your rules and values and how you can design yourself a hierarchy of values that are aligned with your needs, goals, and direction of life. Because if, let's say, you want happiness or passion to be on the top of your value list, but you have too many rules in order to experience them, then surely you won't get the chance to feel them quite consistently. You know, life varies. It's never stagnant. So you must have an organized list of rules that gives you the freedom to be flexible, to adapt and enjoy. So ultimately, you can easily and effortlessly have your values met. I hope you benefited from this video and that now you can also apply this simple but powerful technique to your everyday lives and change for good. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the future videos.